I want Mark Zuckerberg to do what he does best, and that is run Facebook. But the chair and the board oversee the CEO. So if you're the chair and you're the CEO, then no one is doing the oversight. And while this company is pretty remarkable, there's been some real issues. Russia's meddling with Facebook. There's a whole issue of ads where it's excluding people of color. The list goes on, and I just think we need a board that's going to oversee the CEO and the company so they make smart decisions. And look, we as a public pension fund invest in Facebook. And as a share owner, we have the right to ask the questions and to say, how can this company do better? We don't want to sink Facebook. We actually want to make it stronger.
But to Mike's point, he has 60% of voting shares. So no matter what, he's going to be calling the shots. That's why a lot of people see what you're doing as largely symbolic.
Well, the truth is, when you look at Google, when you look at Microsoft, when you look at Twitter, the CEOs have come to the conclusion that it's better to separate the chair and the CEO, create two positions. Transparency makes for better companies and also makes for better decisions. So part of what we're doing with our strategy, public pension funds around the country, is to sort of push the company to start taking this seriously. I'm under no illusion that suddenly he's going to walk in and say, wow, that city controller was 100% right. But when you really think about what other companies are doing, when you think about the unique problems Facebook has had, this is a company that needs oversight, more independent directors, smarter decisions about going forward. Look, we've had a data breach of some 30 million individuals in this country. Facebook is really part of our lives, and we want to make sure that they continue to make smart decisions.
Does it not seem that Facebook management, given all of the pressures and given all these bad publicity events, has kind of gotten the point on that and is refocusing on the longer term issues?
Well, what are they refocusing on? What's the governance structure going forward? It's a legitimate question for share owners, public pension funds to ask. Look, they may at the end of the day conclude the structure works, but we certainly should talk about it. We need transparency. You need to have oversight, and that's what this is all about.
Does it work, though? I mean, yes, Facebook has had a tough year and a number of the issues you just outlined, but if you go back since the IPO, the stock is up 300% with Mark as chairman.
Well, that's right. And listen, I have tremendous respect for Mark Zuckerberg. Far be it from me to tell him how to run his company, except we do have the right to start talking about those issues that are about transparency and making sure the company stays strong. We're all in this together. Again, my job as controller is to invest in companies that's going to grow the pension fund, protect teachers, firefighters, police officers. That's my job. So I have to ask these questions, and we have to think about, in light of what's happened there, we think about the long term. The other thing is, Facebook is doing good today. We're long-term investors. So we want to see a governance structure that's not just about today, but about 10, 15, 20 years from now. By any measure, companies that have split the chair and the CEO, that is just considered the best practice, good governance for major companies.